Hello everyone and welcome to Katharine's Creatures. This is a series where I get to talk a little bit about and touch base upon various mythological creatures, beast beings and the like, pulled from lore worldwide. And I always like to preface by saying I'm not a linguist, so if I mispronounce anything, I do apologize in advance. And today I wanted to talk about a lesser known creature from Irish mythology, and this one is named Ellén Trechend. And Ellén Trechend essentially is a three-headed monster that comes from a specific text called the Cath Mage Macrama, which translates the Battle of Mag Macrima. And in this story, the Ellén Trechend emerges from the cave of Trechend and lays waste to Ireland. And it does so until it is eventually slain by the poet and hero Umagrin. So hopefully you pronounced that one correctly, but Umagrin, and that's the end of its story. Very, very briefly noted entity, but what fascinates people so much is the translation of its name, Ellén Trechend, because it's very difficult for many people to interpret. Trechend essentially means three-headed, so we get that much. But beyond that, it just depends on the translator what it could potentially mean, and then based on that, what it might actually look like beyond the fact that it had three heads. Now, Ellén essentially was viewed as a relatively an obscure word, and one interpreter said that it potentially meant, when put as the whole name, swarm of three-headed creatures, which is interesting because that may imply that it is not just one thing. Now, another person interpreted it and saying that no, the name means monstrous three-headed bird, and again giving an idea of what it might look like, while a third one said that the name was possibly in reference to another mythological creature. Instead of saying Ellén, it was probably an alternative version of Ellén, which was a fire-breathing creature from Irish myth. And again, reference to what potentially capabilities this creature has. But despite the fact that the translation of the name is still questioned today, one particular author wrote a story, and this is P.W. Joyce, and the book that was written was entitled A Smaller Social History of Ancient Ireland. And in that particular text, there is a reference that this whole story actually referred to the fact the Cid, or fairies, of the particular Trechend cave area opened up their doorway on Samhain, which is Halloween, essentially. So a very specific date that is linked to Fae culture. And so the Cid open up and this doorway between their realms, releasing a horde of goblins, a flock of copper-colored birds that are all led by a monstrous three-headed vulture. And because of the relationship of these copper red birds and how those birds are mentioned in the first text, and the fact that there is this three-headed monster coming out of that same kind of cavern system, cave hill area, that there is believed to be a link between the two, and think that creature is one and the same. So it may be a giant vulture with three heads. But regardless of it, there is some kind of monstrous multi-headed entity that stems from Irish folklore and myth. So if you have any questions about this or anything else, please post them in the comments below or reach out to me on any of my social media. And until next time, everyone, Skål.